Aurora Police Officer Nathan Woodyard went through at least 5 trainings on a potentially dangerous chokehold that knocked out Elijah McClain. Prosecutors say that hold triggered a series of medical issues. It ended when paramedics gave him a deadly dose of ketamine.
Woodyard is on trial for reckless manslaughter. Investigative reporter Kevin Vaughn has been in court all day, joining us now. Kevin, Officer Woodyard's training took center stage today.
Alex, an Aurora Police sergeant, spent nearly 4.5 hours on the witness stand today, testifying about training in what's known as a carotid hold.
Just grab your gun, dude. Stop, dude.
This moment, and the allegation Elijah McClain tried to grab an officer's gun,
My name is Elijah McClain. That's all.
led to that moment, a neck hold that cut oxygen to McClain's brain. A moment that's at the heart of the case against Aurora Police Officer Nathan Woodyard. Prosecutors allege it started a cascade of health issues that left McClain in medical trouble, and that Woodyard failed to follow extensive training about its dangers.
If it's done improperly, the risks go much higher. And so because of those risks, we have a different standard for testing than we do in other techniques.
Sergeant Kevin Smith oversees training for Aurora Police.
The techniques like putting a handcuff off, or making sure you're using the correct hand positioning in a search, those are a little less, have less risks if you do it incorrectly. With the carotid, we want to make sure that it's done exactly the way it's trained every time.
Officers get trained on the hold every year. They fail the exam afterward if they miss even a single question.
We want to make sure that the officers trained in that technique know their stuff.
That's because it can cause low oxygen in the blood, spark a rise in acid in the body, and cause vomiting, all experienced by McClain. One question underscored the potential gravity of the carotid hold.
There's like 130 to 180 techniques on a list that an officer needs to know in our academy. And so depending on those, if we were to break it down to how much time do you spend on this one, how much time do you spend on this one, we would spend more time on the carotid than any one particular technique in the academy.
On cross-examination, a defense attorney got Sergeant Smith to acknowledge that part of his training includes a doctor's statement that the carotid hold is safe and effective when it's properly used. Alex and Kim?
Yeah, Kevin, it'll be interesting, too, to see what weight the jury puts on this, because the entire interaction with police and then when paramedics arrive is 18 minutes, and the carotid hold happened towards the beginning of their interaction.
That's right, and it's the thing that prosecutors keep pointing to as sort of the triggering event that caused all of these medical issues for Elijah McClain that ultimately ended with that injection of the sedative ketamine and his death.
Kevin, thank you for being there today.